Hello children, today we are going to learn magnetic field at a point on equatorial line due to a bar magnet. Now we will discuss about the diagram. Ns is the bar magnet of magnetic length 2L. O is the geometric center. Now Ns is the magnetic axis. The line joining Ns is the magnetic axis. To the magnetic axis you have to drop a perpendicular. OC is the perpendicular line, or you can say it as the equatorial line. The point C is at a distance r from O. Now at the point C, you have to place a unit north pole whose pole strength is QMC is equal to 1 ampere meter. QM is the pole strength of this bar magnet. Now R dash is the distance between N and C. To find out R dash, what you have to do is you have to collect, actually certain details has to be collected from this diagram, children. R dash, to find out R dash, you can consider this right angle triangle ONC, apply the Pythagoras theorem, you will get R dash square is equal to R square plus L square. So R dash is equal to root of this, R square plus L square power 1 by 2. Instead of root, I am writing it as power 1 by 2. In this triangle, cos theta is equal to adjacent side L by hypotenuse R dash, L by R dash, L by R dash value is here, you replace it here. So you know the cos theta value also. What is this Fn, children? Fn is the force of repulsion between the north pole of the bar magnet and the unit north pole placed at this point. This is repulsive force, so arrow mark is away from the north pole. Fs is the attractive force between the south pole of the bar magnet and the unit north pole at the point C. Fn and Fs, resultant of these two is F net force. To find the value of Fn and Fs, resolving vector has to be done, children. Now to resolve the vector, Fn vector, horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component is Fn cos theta minus I cap. Why minus I? Because it is along the negative x-axis, and vertical component is Fn sin theta j cap. Same way Fs is resolved into horizontal and vertical component, Fs cos theta minus I cap and Fs sin theta minus j cap, minus j because this unit vector is along the negative y-axis. So to find out Fn vector, add these two, and find out Fs vector, you have to add this two. Right? The same thing I have done here, children. Fn is equal to minus Fn cos theta I cap plus Fn sin theta j cap. Fs is equal to minus Fs cos theta I cap minus Fs sin theta j cap. You have to find the magnitude of Fn vector by applying the Coulomb's inverse square law. So Fn is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Now if you product of the pole strength Qm into 1 divide by distance square R dash square is R square plus L square. So Fn value you got. Same way, to find out Fs value, apply the Coulomb's inverse square law, product of pole strength Qm into 1 divide by this R dash value R square plus L square. Right? Now so this is the proportionality constant in the Coulomb's law. So you got the magnitude of Fn and Fs. Now to find the net force you have to add Fn vector plus Fs vector. You know, if you look here, the magnitude of Fn and Fs are equal. That is why I have written Fn is equal to Fs. For simplification, instead of Fs you can write it as Fn here, children. You can write it as Fn cos theta, and here you can write it as Fn sin theta. So while adding this, you will get Fn cos theta I plus Fn sin theta j cap minus Fn cos theta I cap minus Fn sin theta j cap. You can cancel these two, so you will get minus Fn cos theta minus Fn cos theta I cap. You are getting minus 2Fn cos theta I cap, minus Fn minus 2Fn. So you have to substitute the value of Fn and cos theta, right? And already you know that net force can be replaced as B vector, because magnetic field at a point is force experienced by the unit north pole. So F vector can be replaced as B vector. So instead of F vector, we have replaced it as B vector minus 2. Fn value is here, already we have got it here. So I have substituted mu naught by 4 pi Qm by R square plus L square. Cos theta value we have it here. Now transfer this here. L by r square plus L square power 1 by 2 I cap. This I cap I have written here again. Now here in these two terms the power is 1 and here power is 1 by 2. So you can write it as 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. So instead of writing separately like this, you can write it as r square plus L square power 3 by 2, right children? 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Now for further simplification, what you can do is B vector is equal to minus 2 mu naught by 4 pi qm L by r square plus L square power 3 by 2 I cap. Now you know that the value of r is greater, very much greater than L, that is L is very small. So you can neglect the value of L. So in this denominator, if you neglect this higher power of L, what happens? You will get r square, you neglect this, so r square power 3 by 2, 2 cancel, so you will get only r cube. So this term can be written as r cube. Okay, so B is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi, I have written 2 here, so qm 2L by r cube into I cap. Now whatever I have circled, I have replaced it as Pm vector. You know that Qm into 2L is magnetic dipole moment. So Qm 2L I cap is magnetic dipole moment vector Pm. So B equatorial is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi Pm vector by r cube. So you have to recollect a magnetic field produced by the bar magnet on axial line. This formula you got, right children? Now I will take this 2 and I will write this. You can see that this is the answer you got here in the equatorial line. So you can say that B axial is equal to minus 2B equatorial. What it means, magnitude of the B axial is equal to twice the magnitude of the B equatorial and the direction is opposite. You got minus sign, right? So B axial is in opposite direction to B equatorial. So these are the two points you are comparing with B axial and B equatorial. I hope you understood children. Thank you.